Hey guys, welcome back to Tangle Tower. I am so excited to be here playing this game today. I think we're pretty close to the end, possibly being able to finish this game in this episode. So that's going to be super awesome to find out exactly what's happened here. I'm ready to play. Let's get started. So this is where we got up to last time. We went through the suspect statements. Oh, okay. I feel that we are still maybe missing something. Oh, Professor Pointer. We haven't accused him of anything or suspected him of anything yet. I think we need to go and pay him a little visit. Hello, sir. What can you tell us about... Oh, yes, we still have some things to ask him.
Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
Yes.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
That is true. Oh, my goodness, we've got lots of stuff to show him. Sheet music.
Oh, my. This is the first piece that Primrose ever learnt on the piano. Primrose, that is Poppy's mother. She passed it down to Poppy when she started teaching her how to play.
Poppy's piano teacher was her mother.
Of course. Warms my heart to know that after everything, Poppy still has it up on her wall.
That's nice. And the lute statue?
I've seen those earmuffs before. They're the ones Fitz always wears when he's out the front gardening.
Yes.
Always wears.
Whenever I've seen him, yes.
He puts them on so he doesn't have to talk to you. The 4 feathers.
I think you may wish to adjust your threshold of what you consider to be a clue.
Right. And Poppy's photo.
What a precious photograph. She hasn't changed a bit, has she?
Who?
Oh, if you don't know, perhaps I don't either.
She has changed quite a fair bit.
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then,
Yes.
aren't we all trapped in a cage?
That's actually quite true.
What kind of flower is that?
We're not sure. I think it might be the only one of its kind.
Primrose would know. My wife was a floriculturalist. Best in the field. That's a flower joke, but she was.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well now, that is most definitely none of my business. Quite possibly none of yours either.
Oh, really? Okay, well, we've asked him about everything, but I still haven't found something to be suspicious of, so I'm thinking I might have to go back to everyone's room and just make sure that I've talked to everyone about everything. Oh, I've got lots of stuff to talk to Poppy about.
You get some weird insects around here. I've never seen one like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Yeah.
Why?
For fun, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly why she was asking Fitz to collect those insects, because she was looking for the golden beetle.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, can you play the tune for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
I don't know if that has any significance. It's got 8 notes. Interesting. I'm going to ask her about it again
Yeah, it's mine.
and say what's so special about it.
What's so special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me
Whoa.
if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Different. Different in what way, though? I'm going to leave it there because we have already gotten her to play the tune. The lute statue.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
Oh.
Found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I
Yes.
put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with
Yes.
his guitar.
That's cute.
No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. Can't remember exactly.
Oh, wonder if that's a clue.
I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet.
And they get sent up there.
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there.
Well,
I don't mean
we
like...
found most of it.
Please stop talking to me.
The birds in cage.
I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective.
Just to the rooftop garden.
Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
Yeah. She knows that Fitz made that for her.
Those petals.
What about them?
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
They're from the rooftop garden. Oh, wow. Okay, so now we've asked her about everything. We'll just go in order because there must be someone that I still need to show stuff to. What about you, Fitz? Oh, we've shown him everything. But we can ask him about Pointer and Penny.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
Because he's looking for that beetle.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's...
Oh.
Well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Right, is it now? Okay, well, that's that. We'll go to Hawkshaw. Penny.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Whoa.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
Wow, okay. It's kind of rude.
Is that a clue?
Dunno. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree. Doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Oh, I wonder if he doesn't have a law degree.
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music.
Yes.
Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
Oh no. We just seem so inferior compared to her.
Who's that?
Not sure. It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange. 3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they would.
Maybe not. They might come back.
And you consider that important evidence, do you? These people really are ridiculous, aren't they?
Oh gosh. Okay, well, she is fully checked out. There was nothing unusual there either. We haven't seen Fifi in a little while. I'm sure we've got lots to show her and ask her about. Yes.
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Okay. What does that mean? Tell me about Penny.
Name, Penelope Pointer. Age, 27. Profession, ornithologist. Likes, birds. Dislikes, insects. Notes, Penelope is very beautiful. I have never had very much in common with her.
Okay. What about some of all of this stuff? The golden beetle.
Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah, you could.
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
Okay, makes sense.
An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Yes.
that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
You two are friends, right?
We are, yes.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
is it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
With Fitz, yeah. So it mustn't be very well known that Poppy's music teacher was her mother.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues.
No, they don't.
What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands.
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
That's so funny. She loved like that with something else too. I forget what it was. It was either the tape or the other part of that photo.
I am scared of birds.
Oh,
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh,
well, that's perfectly fine. I like birds though, personally.
It is a flower. It reminds me of something, but
Yes.
I cannot say what.
It's a beautiful likeness of Penelope. What about this?
Who is this her to whom the message refers?
well, I don't know exactly.
Then how can I meaningfully evaluate this object?
Yep.
Next.
That is so true. Okay, well, we've spoken to her about everything. We're running out of people to question. Oh, he looks just so sad, doesn't he? He looks really down in the dumps. Tell me about Pointer.
Percival Pointer. What do you reckon? Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
Okay. It sounds like he might be somewhat envious of him, though.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage.
Yes.
It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile.
I wonder if their marriage was arranged by somebody else, like Penny and Fitz, like, because Fitz is obviously involved with Poppy, so maybe there's no actual love between Fitz and Penny. It's all just an arrangement. Okay, look, I think we've actually done everything and asked everyone everything. What am I to do now? I'll never get a word out of this lady.
We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
Yeah.
Nice try.
Yeah.
We spoke to your daughter, Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her.
What about Pointer?
You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window?
Oh.
Can he see you?
Oh, okay. I bet they can.
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, we've got a lot of stuff to ask her, but she's not going to say anything at all. Nope.
Do you know anything about this beetle?
Nope. Oh, no.
Do you recognize any of these feathers?
Do you know anything about these birds? Or birds in general?
Right. Well, now I've talked to everybody about everything. I am a little bit stuck, so I've noticed that there's a hint button up there in the corner. We should search the astronomy tower. Oh, okay. I thought I did. Maybe there's something here that I've been missing then. Oh, I feel that I've honestly looked at everything.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Wait. Is this new? Oh, damn.
You can see right into Flora's room.
Oh, gosh. I've not seen this before.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up.
Maybe to find that bird.
Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting.
Yes.
I can't really see anything behind it. Not from this angle.
And interestingly, it's confirmed that there's only one plant here when there was two plants in the actual picture as well.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Where's the other one?
Maybe it's glued down.
Oh, is that a clue? Like, there was another one, but I don't know.
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above Flora's room?
Whoa.
We should check that next time we're over there.
Okay, that is absolutely something.
I can just about see the gramophone.
Okay, look, I think I am gonna go over there and check the room above.
It's the tower opposite this one.
Yep.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope?
Well, yes.
I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it.
Oh, it's stuck in place.
I think this is just how it's set up.
Well, that
There's
is
something about Pointer's
weird.
astronomy habits.
Nice.
Something suspicious.
Okay,
Let's ask him about it.
so finally, this is the last thing that we can be suspicious about. Let's go.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
It's just
And
fake.
how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
The golden beetle. Yep. That one. Yes.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, about that. It's into someone else's world. Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around. Both towers and in the gardens, too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora? You mean Freya?
Oh, what?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
Yes, he did.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Flora was laying on the floor. He couldn't see Freya. Someone else did say that Flora was kneeling. I don't know what any of this could mean.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Okay. Oh, wait. No. Oh.
Freya was definitely up to something.
This is what I find really interesting because all this time I've kind of felt sorry for Freya because obviously she's been murdered. I thought that the painting did it, maybe someone set it up, but maybe Freya was up to something and someone was just, I don't want to say revenge, but someone was onto her and wanted to stop what she was doing.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check. And we could have missed something.
I'm gonna say later, because what I actually would like to do is... There, yes! That little room above the tower. The attic. Oh, this is very spooky.
It's a statue of a wolf, standing up straight, like a man.
You know, there's a name for that.
I know.
A werewolf?
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here.
Okay.
Also, it's not a statue.
Oh,
It's stuffed.
ew. Really? Is that a real werewolf then?
Someone painted out the window.
Oh.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
Yes. We have a statue of a dog.
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Oh,
Huh.
that's weird. There's some chests here.
Just dusty junk.
Dusty, okay. Why is that the light shining through?
Where's that light coming from?
Well, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
Let's take a look. Whoa.
Is that what I think it is?
Yeah, that's the spot where Freya died. Wow. So was someone here watching that though?
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
No, open it.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Okay. Oh, a reel thingy. A brass reel with a screw at the top. Coiled around the reel is a length of fine red rope. Okay, so what could that attach to? Could that attach to the small lens? A small brass tool with a curved glass lens. It has a screw at the base. That's got a screw at the top. I don't know if they go together.
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda.
Oh wow, I think it's amazing. Are we actually finished in there? Okay. So in that case, I think I want to go back here where I was and have a look at this. Yes.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
See, that's still kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? Was Freya stabbed by a knife? Why was there blood on the painting? What about the painted ink dip feather? Was designed to match a real knife? So it could stab Freya?
The painted ink dip feather was designed to match a real knife, so it could stab Freya. Nope.
Where did the blood come from and how was it used? What about blood from the paint pot was used to paint over the painted ink dip feather. Oh, I don't know. To prove the existence of magic? See, I wouldn't think so because magic has not really been something that everyone is focused on. Maybe to hide the evidence?
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint over the painted ink dip feather to hide the evidence. That's not right.
Okay, well, let's rethink about this. Perhaps Freya painted the blood onto the painting herself. Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife?
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
Why though?
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Yes.
Either
Why?
it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Oh.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down.
Yeah.
Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
No.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Yes.
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Yeah.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with the painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
Right. I think we're finished there, but it has given me so much more to think of. I did always think that it was the painting, but it wasn't a knife, it was an ink dip feather. But yeah, I guess it could have... Oh, you know what? That room in the attic with the crack in the floor that you can see straight down, that's perfectly in line with where Freya was lying. So someone has dropped something through that crack and it's landed right in her chest and it's killed her. So whoever was up in that attic, that's who did it. But then I don't know how she got on the floor. I don't know why Flora was on the floor. That's still something I need to think about, but I think that's what it was. Whoever was in that attic and looking down, that's who actually killed Freya. Okay, let's check this out. That's new.
This wasn't here before.
It's a crab.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
Oh, yes.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
What? This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck, you two. From Freya? What? A wooden toy of some kind. A layer of dark ink lays beneath a sheet of glass. What? What is that thing?
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
I don't know.
Why don't we check the handwriting of Freya's diary?
Great idea.
Good idea. Hold on.
Well?
It's a perfect match.
It probably does belong to Freya. I was thinking that someone's put it there afterwards, but then she's addressed it, good luck you two, as if it's addressed to maybe Sally and Grimoire. If she's dead, how does she know?
Well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
Maybe she's not. Is she actually really dead?
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
Tangle Tower unfinished business. Yes, continue. Okay, so what shall we do? The real thingy, that's new. And where's the other thing? Oh, there it is. Wait. I have an idea. There are a few things around here that play music. I know that there was the little birds. This bird bath. Yes, bird song. What do I do? Or maybe I have to get like all the things that play music. What about Poppy? Her simple melody that her mother taught her. Sheet music.
Yeah, it's mine.
Play the tune.
Can you play the tune for us?
That's got to be it. Yep. The crab. Nice. It looks like there's 4 in total. So now I have to try and remember where the other tunes were. Oh, wait. I do have... Oh, I probably need to go up to Flora's Tower and maybe play the damaged tape. Not that one because it's too complex. We need to play that one. Yep. Yep. I think that's it.
Weird.
It's someone humming the tune.
Yes. Awesome. The humming piano bird song. Oh, and there's one more. Oh. That's it. Doorbell humming piano bird song. Oh, wait.
That's all 4 melodies, I think.
Yes.
So, what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yes. It's got to have something to do with that harp statue.
Let's try this again.
Again.
You know, I think we might be able to solve this now.
Amazing. Yes. Oh, beautiful. That's it. I wonder if you could figure this out before, like, doing the whole game and you can just do it all. But I think it tells you not to do that, actually. All right.
That's gotta be right.
Yes.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait.
What?
Do you hear that?
Oh, I knew it. I knew that would open.
Where do you think it goes?
Down.
Let's go. Oh, there's a thingy under there. That's so cool. Tangle Tower underneath. Yes. Whoa.
It's so dark. I can barely tell what I'm looking at.
Look at them. That looks like beetles and insects suspended from the ceiling.
Bugs. Big ones.
Looks like they're made of metal.
Oh, weird.
A cracked glass tank with 9 little rooms. Each one has 1 or 2 insects inside. I can't tell if they're still alive.
I like that you called them rooms.
Yeah. And more cracks. There's cracks everywhere.
It looks like they're being boiled, but the liquid is ice cold.
That's weird.
Thirsty?
Not really.
What's in there?
What's all this?
9 beetles. All different, all dead.
They're not real beetles, though. They look like gems.
Poor little guys.
There's a bunch of notes written all around them. It's mostly numbers. No idea what they mean.
They were trying to make the golden beetle, I think. That one is pretty close.
It's a little diagram of a beetle, with some incomprehensible notes scribbled next to it.
That's weird.
What?
It looks really normal compared to the beetles behind the glass.
Okay, I can see a trapdoor and a safe.
Is it locked?
Seems likely, doesn't it?
Yep.
Weird looking safe.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure the latches can slide into the middle.
Diagonally slide the latches until they're in the correct position. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, God, I don't know about this. Okay, let's start with this one because I think that one is actually correct. So I have to make a path for the key to go into the lock, right? Oh. Wait. Wait. Oh. Oh, damn it. I feel like I'm so close. That's it.
No, that was it.
Nice work.
Oh, that was hard. What's in
Anything
there?
inside?
The golden beetle.
Yeah, more research.
Oh, that's the beetle page. A folder containing research notes and diagrams. Our unique flora and fauna is the byproduct of a number of as yet unidentified chemicals. These chemicals are continually present in the water, forming clouds and filling the lake. This causes a variety of mutations in plants and animals. Smaller creatures such as arachnids, insects, mollusks, amphibians, and crustaceans are the most affected. However, the chemicals may travel up the food chain and cause mutations in birds and reptiles. As far as we know, mammals remain completely unaffected. Whose research is this? It kind of reminds me of Fitz's research, because you can see that that periodic table matches what he has in his greenhouse, and that fruit is what he has too. Ooh.
Whose research is this?
It's Fitz. It's Fitz. Oh, cool.
This is some seriously in-depth research.
Yes.
It's impressive, but it's incomplete. There's a section missing.
It's the beetle. We've got that. I know what it is. It's that.
So, this is Pointer's secret lab.
Oh.
Definitely seems like he's the one using it.
Oh,
I guess not a lot
okay.
of people know about the secret entrance.
Right. But if Pointer's the only one who comes down here, why would he need to lock his research in a safe? Who's he hiding it from?
He's just paranoid, especially about his golden beetle.
Yeah.
What do you think he's trying to do exactly?
Create one. Maybe he's hiding it from Fitz. Maybe he and Fitz are trying to make these beetles, or they're going in like a secret race to make the beetles. Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground lab.
Pointer has been trying to breed the golden beetle in the underground laboratory.
Why? Because it's rare?
Valuable.
Because it's gold?
Yeah.
Is that it?
I think so. I don't think he cares about entomology any more than he cares about astronomy. He just wants to get one over on Felix. If he can breed his own gold, suddenly Poppy's inheritance is looking pretty,
Infinite. Might explain why he was so worried about losing the beetle.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody did steal it.
Might have been Freya after all. We know she was trying to get through the secret door in the garden.
She might not have known what was down here, though. Maybe she was just curious.
Curious, sure, but not naive. I reckon she knew what was going on.
I think we're still missing the bigger picture.
Yes.
There's no way this is all just about a beetle. We're done.
We're done? What?
Ready to go down? Again?
Wait. I want to look. What's that?
It's a hatch.
But we're already in the basement.
Depends on your perspective.
Oh, so that matches up. Okay, so go down. How far does this thing go? Lowest level. Okay, there's my answer. Whoa. Wow. This is underground in... There's water around us?
Basements don't normally have windows.
We're at the bottom of the lake.
Wow.
We must be.
Right.
Oh.
But if that's the lake bed, why does it look like that?
Because the water is weird.
Like what?
White, smooth, no plants, no anything. That's not what a lake looks like.
Maybe it's manufactured. Oh.
Where are we?
It's an old coat rack. Looks thoroughly neglected.
2 cloaks and a green hat draped on top for good measure.
2 cloaks and a green hat. So then 2 people were down here.
Old cardboard boxes.
How exciting.
Oh, but there's more. They're also damp.
Yeah.
And empty.
This whole place is damp.
Do these puddles worry you?
Yes.
Why?
That's lake water.
Yes.
But it's indoors.
Yes.
Ah, I see your point.
What's that thing?
We're too late. This photograph has been stabbed.
Oh.
Why? By what?
Not sure. Some kind of metal stabbing thingy.
Oh, that's what that reel attaches to. It's the same rope. A sleek but sturdy metal rod. It has been stabbed into a photograph. The rod has a curved and pointed tip like an arrow or the hand of a clock. It has a small loop at the back with a short length of red rope connected to it. The metal is perfectly clean and polished. Could that be the murder weapon? Oh.
So what's the photo?
damaged photo. That's Flora and the ink dip birds. It's been framed, but it's slightly damp. The photograph shows a young girl. A large man is sitting next to her. Around them are several red and white birds. A metal object was stabbed into the photo, leaving a hole near the man's chest. It's kind of similar to what happened to Freya.
Do you know who it is in the photo?
It's Flora.
There's a roll of paper up there.
I'll see if I can reach it.
Let me guess. Blank.
Oh. Oh, it's a map of Tangle Tower. Without the towers. This was the original Tangle Tower, Misted Mansion. And it looks like to me that they had designed this to have the laboratory in it from the beginning. Was that study always there, or is that gone?
Hold on. Have we been to all of these rooms already?
I don't think we've been to the study.
Study. Wait.
I know what you're thinking. And no, we never went in there.
No.
How did we miss it?
It probably is. Oh, that's the secret room.
Misted Mansion. North side cross-section. Is it not Tangle Tower?
No, not back then.
Tangle Tower. Before the towers?
Yep.
The Grand Hall.
What's that thing in the middle?
I think it's that big glass tube.
Yes. So then it goes up into this study. Oh, fascinating.
This seems pretty significant.
Yes.
Agreed.
Oh, I like that. Building plans for Misted Mansion. A roll of parchment on which the plans for a grand mansion have been drawn. A horizontal line marks where the lake was before, and a second marks where it is now. The mansion has been built on top of a large structure above the lake, supported by pillars. Freya's room is listed as storage. A room labelled study is in the center. That's where we need to go.
A single book on a little makeshift table.
This is creeping me out slightly.
Why?
I think it's a children's book.
Oh. The ink dip bird. Oh, that's that thing that we've been seeing everywhere. The crab, the snake. That is the serpent that winds around where Hawkshaw is. Mistids of the sea and sky. A children's picture book. It looks very old. The ink dip, an elegant bird with red and white plumage. The silver snake, an aquatic reptile with no eyes and a long tongue. The soul bearer, a crab with 3 differently sized claws. The amphobe, a frog-like creature walking on 2 legs. Very interesting. Mistids. But this is called Misted Mansion. I am so curious.
It's an empty bookcase.
Something tells me it's been empty for a long time.
Okay, let's have a look at some clues. We have the lake.
Did you notice how much light this room has? For a room with 1 candle?
It's all coming through the window.
I'm pretty sure lakes are supposed to be darker at the bottom, not lighter.
Why is there a room down here anyway? And why is it so much older than the rest of Tangle Tower?
We still don't really know why people came to live here in the first place.
Maybe they just wanted to get rich, like Pointer with his beetles.
I feel like the Remingtons came here for the lake, for what was in it.
It's empty though. More empty than a normal lake would be.
It is now, yeah. Maybe we're too late.
Then what used to be in there? Maybe that long sea creature? That snake creature?
This man in the photo, he reminds me of something from one of our clues.
Okay. It actually does remind me of... Oh, this?
That's not right.
Oh, fine. Oh, that one. That one.
Felix made a little model of him for Flora.
Yeah, makes sense when you know who he is.
Lord Remington.
Lord Remington.
Remington. That makes him Flora's father. Meaning the girl in the photo is...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's her. See
I
the
thought
bird,
so.
too.
Yeah.
I never would have guessed. Times sure do change.
I don't know. I don't think she looks so different.
No, she doesn't. I knew it was her immediately.
Let's head back up to the Grand Hall. I want to find that last room.
Yes, the study. And I think we need to get a closer look at that tank that goes up the middle.
Wow, it's dark all of a sudden.
Okay.
How long were we down there?
That is a little bit creepy.
This must be it. This thing goes all the way up.
Can we get inside?
How are we supposed to get up there?
Get in it?
Hang on, it's pitch black, but I think there's a switch.
Pull it. There we go. The ladder.
A ladder.
Want to go up?
Yes. And the study. The hidden heart. Whoa. This room has a bunch of those mistids in it. The crab, that big serpent.
Dragon?
Snake?
Worm?
That's the one.
And this crab.
Is that a crab?
It's got a translucent exoskeleton. You can actually see its insides.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws, right? Not 3?
It's that one in the book.
Gah. You sure we should be touching it?
Probably not.
Grimoire, don't you think it looks familiar?
Oh, the limbs of the creature can be rotated and the claws can be opened or closed. Well, can we compare it to
This
what
crab
we
really
see in the
reminds
book?
me of something.
That little wooden toy we found?
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to help us. I think I've seen it more recently.
Yes, in the book. Let me look at the book. So, oh, how am I going to remember this? The bottom crab claw is closed. Those 2 are open. We've got a right angle. Okay.
Is that a crab?
Hurry up.
Also-
Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm going to forget. Okay, well, I think it's like that. That's open. And... oh, God. Like that?
I guess that's wrong.
I don't think we need to guess.
What do you mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file.
Yes, but I'm trying to remember.
Nothing.
I'm sure I've seen this thing somewhere.
Okay, well, I'm gonna
This
have to
crab really
go
reminds-
back and have
Yeah,
another
but
look at
I
it.
think I've seen it more recently.
They are actually making me do work. I just wish that it would have a little picture of it here.
Perfect.
Finally. So what is that, a crossbow?
What's this?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
A crossbow. With a mechanism that has like the real thing on it.
What is it?
I know exactly what that is, but I want to finish looking around the room first. Oh, and it goes... oh no, we came up. Okay, I thought it went down too.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on one of the chains.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3. That's drawings of Hawkshaw. A large central sheet of paper has been pinned to it. 4 lines have been drawn from a gap in the center. A smaller sheet underneath features a drawing resembling the silhouette of a cloaked figure. That matches that because you can see that it has the lines.
It's a wooden pinboard, hung up on
Looks like there's a couple
Can
of
I-
things missing from it.
Can I put something in there? Because I know what goes there. Please, talk to me about it. What's that?
Who are all the people in this photo?
Not sure, but it looks like someone didn't like them very much. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
Whoa. The ambassadors of Misted Mansion. A photograph in a sturdy wooden frame. It's dusty and looks several years old. A brass plug at the bottom of the frame reads, "The Ambassadors of Misted Mansion." The photo shows 2 women and 3 men wearing a variety of different styles of clothing. All 5 people have had their faces crudely covered with black ink. You know, she looks like Poppy. I think that's Poppy's mum. He looks like Fitz, the gardener. That might be his dad. That looks like Fifi. They all look very similar to the people that we've met.
That photo is important. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
Nice chair.
It's still warm.
Maybe it's just heat from the incinerator.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's hope so.
An axe and some kind of hunting rifle mounted on the wall.
Honestly, doesn't look like they've been moved in a few years.
I'm more worried about the third one.
Oh, yes.
The third one?
The one that isn't there.
That's the crossbow. You can see that it's the same shape.
Coffee table, half-empty wine bottle, lamp left on. I'm gonna say someone's been using this room.
Absolutely.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
Yeah. Oh. Several pages have been ripped out, but a few remain. 5th ambassador located, finally. Can't say I harbored any optimism, but still somehow disappointed. No better than the rest of them. Took my misted friend into the music room for experiments. It works, perhaps too well. The laboratory was another disappointment. All that effort, for what? He's even more short-sighted than I could have guessed. Went to the bottom, nice view. It's been mostly cleaned out, but I have what I need. She got in. She was careful, nothing was moved. But I know, it's time. Who's written that?
An incinerator built into the wall. It's still pretty hot.
Is there anything left inside?
It's mostly ashes.
Ashes from what?
But yeah, there's something.
Whoa. It's an ink dip feather, a button, several black buttons, red-colored scraps of fabric are still visible. What is that?
Someone's been using this room.
Yes, they're burning evidence.
Those aren't bird cages.
Some of them are disconcertingly large.
At least they're all empty.
You sure that's a good thing? Crumpled up paper.
Is there anything written on any of it?
Not really. It's mostly blank.
Why would you do that to paper then? I don't understand. Alright, so we have the study, 5 people, a weapon.
I don't get it. This room is in the original building plans for the mansion. But nowadays it's some big secret?
It's not a secret to everybody.
Yeah.
At least one other person still knows about this room.
Yes, a few
The way
people
the
have
notebook
mentioned
was left out on the
it as
table.
well.
Makes me think it's someone who has the room all to themselves.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, they left more than just the notebook. There's a whole design project on this pinboard. Feels like someone put quite a bit of effort into it.
It's a shame there are things missing from it. I'm betting it'd make more sense if we could see it all together.
That might not be impossible, you know.
Yeah, I know what goes there. Here we have that one. And this one is going to probably be maybe this one? Because it looks like it's all like Detective Hawkshaw type stuff. Yes, that's it.
The painting from Freya's room and those sketches. Did Freya design Detective Hawkshaw's clothes? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't think that's why Freya made that painting, but it may have been why somebody took a photo of it to use as reference. And as for those sketches of Hawkshaw, I don't think Freya actually drew them. It was somebody else, someone with less of a talent for art.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down. Should we go ask Detective Hawkshaw about all this?
I'm not sure. I still don't know what's really going on.
Because yes, the pencil drawings of Hawkshaw doesn't really match Freya's style or her talent. 5 people.
Another photograph.
Their faces are all crossed out with some kind of black ink.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, something I just realized. Sally, did we meet any of these people here at Tangle Tower?
No.
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy.
Yes.
But her style is way
It's her
different.
mum.
And at first I thought the guy on the top right was Felix. But now that I look at it, I don't think it is him.
They all closely resemble people that we've met, like Poppy, Fitz, Felix. I just had a really funny thought. You know all these Misteds, how they've called it Misted Mansion. What if the people in the photograph were the real Poppy and Fitz and Felix, and the Misteds have taken on their form through some sort of magic spell, and maybe Freya was onto it? I don't know. That's a really out there guess.
Was someone trying to hide it? From us?
I don't know, but it looks incomplete to me. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We found them already.
We found them already.
So there, I believe, goes the small lens. Which is really weird because Hawkshaw had that in her little locked box. So that makes her the prime suspect here. And the real thingy goes underneath. Oh, the front of the crossbow. Oh, it's in this section. There. I was only looking in the one section. That's it.
What do you make of it?
Not sure. Let's keep an open mind.
You don't think the crossbow is the murder weapon?
Oh no, the crossbow is definitely the murder weapon.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean we've solved the mystery.
Who fired that weapon from that crack in the floor above the Flora's tower? The murder.
Time to solve this.
Yes, I'm so excited. Machinations of murder.
All right, break out the notebook. Time to put it all together.
Let's start with this. It's an arrow for the crossbow, and it matches Freya's wound.
Yes.
It's the murder weapon. I'm sure of it.
Despite
Same.
the fact it doesn't have any blood on it.
It was cleaned.
And it wasn't found anywhere near the crime scene.
They hid it.
It was cleaned, then it was hidden.
Yes.
I don't think anybody expected us to get down to that room at the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
Okay, so Freya was shot by a crossbow.
Yep.
Where was it fired from?
From above that room.
It was fired from above Freya.
Above, huh?
Yeah, our diagram doesn't show everything. Let's add in the rest of the crime scene.
Yes.
The attic.
Perfect hiding place. We even found a part of the murder weapon up there.
Yep.
The reel was used to pull the arrow back up through the crack in the floorboards.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
Yeah.
The murderer must have dropped the reel in the attic. I'm guessing they were in a hurry to escape.
Wait. The arrow was fired through the crack in the floorboards?
Yes.
Yeah, it's directly above where Freya was found lying on her back.
Nope. Doesn't add up.
It
We
does.
missed her. If she was still standing up by the painting.
She was knocked over
right.
first.
Unless.
Freya was already lying on her back.
Freya was already lying on her back before the arrow was fired.
I think so too.
Yeah. But how? She'd fallen unconscious?
She'd fallen unconscious.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
The gramophone. Or could it be Flora herself?
Flora.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Me neither.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
Well then, the gramophone.
The gramophone.
Right.
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
Something in the gramophone?
There is something in the gramophone.
Something small.
What was hiding in the gramophone? The golden beetle?
Pointer's research says it can emit an incredibly loud hiss when it feels threatened. Poppy and Fitz both said they heard a loud noise around the time of the murder.
Yes.
Neither of them had any idea what it was.
This seems a little far-fetched. Is it really loud enough to knock someone
It
out?
was magnified
I don't think so.
with
not by itself.
the gramophone.
But don't forget, it was being amplified by the shape of the
Amplified.
gramophone.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think we're purely talking about volume either. It might just be a particular type of frequency.
This is getting kinda scientific. Since when do you know anything about the effects of weaponized audio frequency?
I don't, but I think someone else does. Do you remember that statue we found in the music room? The hornet's playing. It's a pretty similar shape to the one on the gramophone.
yes.
That broken glass isn't there on accident. This is someone's science experiment.
Yes.
Thinking about it, Pointer said he saw Flora was knocked out too. I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling the truth about that. It's pretty clear a powerful frequency did pass through Flora's tower.
Yeah.
Caused quite a bit of damage too.
That explains all of the cracks. What was affected by the powerful frequency? Well, a lot of things. The cracked tape, the paints.
Those cracks didn't appear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself, they all sustained similar damage while they were in that room.
Yes.
That's some seriously powerful vibration, enough to crack metal, enough to knock someone out all the way across a room.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. If the frequency was so powerful and had such a big range, how did the murderer pull it off? Wouldn't they have been in range too? Think about it. They can't have been much further away from the gramophone than Flora was.
Earmuffs. The earmuffs. They protected themselves.
They protected themselves.
How?
With the earmuffs. Yes.
These are some pretty heavy-duty earmuffs. I think they'd be enough to block out the sound.
Yep.
Right. Let's go over everything from the start. 1. Freya is painting Flora's portrait. They're listening to music on the gramophone.
2. The murderer is hiding in the attic, wearing earmuffs.
3. The golden beetle starts to emit its hissing noise.
Hold on. How did it know?
The beetle?
Yeah, what triggered it at that
Maybe it
particular
felt
moment?
threatened?
Pointer's research said it makes the noise when it feels threatened.
I'm not sure. Maybe something in the music?
Maybe.
4. Freya and Flora are both knocked unconscious by the vibrations. Freya lands on her back. She drops the brush and palette by her side.
5. The murderer fires the crossbow directly downwards.
6. The arrow is pulled back up on the reel.
7. The murderer leaves the attic, presumably.
8. The door is kicked down. Fitz and Poppy enter the room.
That's it.
Yep. That's it. So, who is behind this?
There's something bothering me.
What?
I just want to check something. Let's go back to the crime scene.
Okay. I think we are so close to putting all this together. Flora's tower. Oh, it's so dark. What are we looking at?
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Could it? Look, I'm so suspicious about those plants. They don't seem to be wanting to know about that.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
That's the only thing I'm suspicious of is the yellow. It hasn't been touched. Could that relate to the golden beetle, like a yellow color? Golden. The missing clue.
So what's bothering you?
Something that's not here. The thing we didn't find. We know she was holding it during the painting.
Flora's ink-dip feather?
It was here. In this room.
It's been burned.
Where'd it go?
In the incinerator. We found it.
We found it somewhere else.
Yeah. It was burned. That's it there.
We were a little too late to save it.
So it was stolen from the crime scene. And ended up in the incinerator down in the study.
Someone wanted to destroy it, I guess.
But how? How was it stolen from up here in Flora's tower?
Presumably, Flora dropped it when she fell unconscious.
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were up in the attic.
A bird?
So the question is...
A bird took
how
it?
could they steal something from a room they weren't able to access?
One of Penelope's birds?
Final clue about the crime scene. Freya left it for us right here.
In the gramophone, inside Flora's egg, in the unfinished painting.
It's in the unfinished painting. It's not quite a photo, but still, it's an image of the crime scene recorded just before the murder.
Yes.
If only she'd finished it. And then I could be totally sure.
It's true she never finished it, but she did intend to finish it.
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got down on the canvas.
Please let it be that plant pot. That would be amazing if my suspicions were right all this time. That little plant pot.
That's not it.
Could it be that? The yellow?
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need before she started painting.
Yes. Oh. Finally, my suspicions about the yellow paint dripped onto the canvas, was added by the murderer, was going to be used to paint the potted plant. Something sitting in the window. Let's try, because I'm so curious.
Yellow paint was going to be used to paint the sketch of something sitting in the window.
The paint,
Something
the plant.
in the window. Oh.
I've been suspicious from the beginning. I'm so happy. Something yellow in the window of Flora's tower. Wait. Could that be one of the birds? It was one of Penelope's birds.
There she is. Our little thief.
How long has it been there? Did it hear the whole conversation?
She did,
Oh.
but she's a very good listener.
Okay, hello.
Well now, I think this has quite served its purpose, don't you?
Penny, why did you...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality demanding our attention?
Whoa, tie her hands or leave her untied? Oh, really? Something sturdy to tie her hands with? What about the real thingy with the rope? Fine red rope.
Lovely. Now, tell me, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
Whoa. Justice for Freya. I just need to know the truth. I wanted to help Freya's friends. Well, I want to say both of those things, but maybe I want to know the truth.
I just need to know the truth.
Is that right? Interesting.
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya do to you?
Absolutely nothing.
So, what? You just hated her indiscriminately?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration to us all. She was possessed of a great energy. The volition to create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly free. Everything that couldn't be.
Wow.
You know what? I just realized I actually have no idea who Penelope Pointer really is.
Weird, isn't it? Considering we've met her, what is it, 3 times now?
Exactly. How do we know this one isn't a disguise too?
You think you've already hollowed us out, don't you? Only a few short hours at Tangle Tower, and you feel like you've got everyone sussed. Unearthed every single one of our secrets. Nothing but bullet points for your notebook. Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes about Penelope Pointer?
Well, I might need to make a few adjustments. Lonely, murderer, mystery, lonely.
I suppose I can't argue with that, can I?
Penny, we only know what you choose to tell us. so why not help us out?
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very important at all. She pales in comparison to those who came before her and to those that came after. Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain the levels of self-realization you probably take for granted.
You sure this is a Tangle Tower thing and not a you thing?
Perhaps you didn't notice. Not one of them is happy. Not one.
So why stay? Why not just leave?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you traveled, didn't you?
I did.
Yes.
Many times I've walked away. It did not help me. You saw the family tree hanging in the grand hall, did you not?
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who don't live here anymore.
A bunch of people who don't live here anymore. I couldn't have put it better myself. My mother, for one. My father, too. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother, Richard.
And Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have lived here,
people.
but don't.
And that was the first question I wanted answered.
You wanted to know where they'd all gone?
More than that, I wanted to know if I belonged with them. I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else left. Some common purpose they all shared. Perhaps it could be my purpose, too.
So, what did you actually do about it?
Nothing I could do, at first. Nobody would tell me anything. The more questions I asked, the fewer answers I got. Then, I found it. I was 19. Same age Freya is now.
Found what?
Maybe the study.
The study. The one hidden in the middle of the house. It's right next to a bedroom.
I'd hear voices at night. Deep ones. And the strangest thing, the wall behind my bed would get incredibly hot. For hours on end. The paint would peel. Wallpaper wouldn't stay up. I thought I was cursed. I thought it was something trying to break through. Eventually, I couldn't take it anymore. I found my way in the same way you did. Once you know it's there, it's simple.
So, you got into the study and found the incinerator. That must have been a relief, right?
It was still warm when I found it. Then, I looked inside.
The era of Misted Mansion.
Let's see how thorough you've been. Tell me, do you know what a misted is?
Oh, yes.
Misted?
Misteds, sure, yeah.
Mistids? Sure, yeah.
You're more observant than I thought.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Come
It's a collective
on,
term.
pay attention.
From before my time. Birds, insects, amphibians, anything living off the lake water. The mutation can take several generations, or it can happen overnight.
Wait, mistids, like cryptids, like Bigfoot or whatever.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect that was an intentional parallel. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just kept secret. Or at least, that was the original plan. As it happened, some got out. Quite a few got out.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19, I found a single object that rather changed my life. Something which answered my questions while at once creating all new ones.
And that object was something Penny found in the study that answered her questions. Maybe one of these things, the group photo?
The 5 missing family members standing together as a single unit, calling themselves the ambassadors of Misted Mansion.
Yes.
So, the house was renamed from Misted Mansion to Tangle Tower?
And rightly so. The age of Misted Mansion is long past. When I looked inside the incinerator on my first visit to the study, I found nothing but ash. The afterimage of a bygone era denied to me in its entirety. The study, the room at the bottom of the lake itself, all empty shells. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassadors. If I could find them, maybe
Maybe
they'd
that's
share the
why she
family
went
history
traveling,
that
to find
Flora
them.
and the others were trying so hard to forget.
How did you track them down?
It was tough. They'd taken almost everything. Books, maps, charts. The creatures themselves, all lost. Taken away or destroyed. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one, and he led me to the rest.
And what happened? Why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either, did they?
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all left with a mission, a unified purpose. But they hadn't. They were, in fact, every bit as fractured as the people that still live here. Most of them had left tracking escaped mystics. Some claimed to be researchers, others little more than hunters. All 5, completely useless to me.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle Tower. I had nowhere else to go. I considered giving up. But instead, I made a decision.
A lowly entomologist.
There was only one person at Tangle Tower still of interest to me. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a show of taking up astronomy. A fairly superficial charade. I don't think many people were fooled by it. But I knew it wasn't just a falsehood. It was a mask. Pointer had found something from the era of Misted Mansion.
Okay. It was the beetle.
So where did he get the beetle?
I cannot be sure. But I
It
theorize
has to
that
be
he received it
Fitz.
in the post.
Oh, received it in the post?
From who?
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower.
Huh.
But the thought that he would be in contact with such a person, all that time, I decided to take what was owed to me.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle turned out to be only the first step. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer made little effort to disguise his frustration. I asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little of the truth with his niece. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure, something he'd been keeping safe. I suggested, innocently, that perhaps it was not lost. Perhaps it had been stolen. He was very ready to believe he'd been the victim of theft.
Yeah.
When I offered to call in a private detective, he jumped on the idea. She arrived the next day.
Right.
Hawkshaw prides herself on her punctuality, as you know.
Why, though? Why go through all that? The name, the costume, and everything?
Yeah.
It's somewhat sad to admit, but I had little use left for Penny Pointer as she was.
Might have given up some
Hawkshaw
purpose.
afforded me new advantages, opportunities.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for Professor Pointer?
Ah, well, that was one of the advantages. Pointer was in such a desperate state, he was finally willing to share some of his secrets. On the second day, Hawkshaw explained she needed to be able to search the secret laboratory. Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue. Reluctantly, but still.
So, you stole Pointer's research?
I would have done, if I'd found anything worth stealing. But he had made remarkably little progress, barely scratching the surface of the beetle's true mystery.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton approximately 90% identical to gold. But it's not the 90% I'm interested in.
The 10%.
Did you ever question what exactly makes the water here so unique? Before Misted Mansion was built over the lake, before the lake was even a lake, Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure here, a research station, supposedly. Fast forward 2 or 3 generations, and as you saw for yourself, it's been mostly cleared out.
The ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in the incinerator. However, possessing additional insight, I found something the others had missed. It's not much, but I have what I need.
So why isn't this the end of the story? Why did you stay? Why did you kill Freya?
Why did she? The will of Freya Fellow. Oh, as always, it's just coming down to money and possessions. That is just incredibly sad. Okay, so do we continue talking to you? There we go.
Simply put, Freya was too good for me. It's my fault. I pushed her over the edge, unknowingly, but still, I take the blame.
What are you talking about?
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya painted?
Yes, it's this. That's it.
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I just thought it had a good energy. I later discovered it was a figure of some kind, something from Freya's recurring nightmare. For all her vitality, I think Freya was probably the most troubled of all of us. She was desperate to leave Tangle Tower, but she couldn't just walk away. For quite some time, she'd been trying to break into Pointer's laboratory. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on the harp statue, I believe.
Yes.
Why did she care about getting into Pointer's lab?
That's exactly what I wondered. At first, I thought perhaps she just wanted to free the beetles. She has a fondness for them. What Pointer was doing upset her significantly. But in fact, I think it was something else. I think she wanted to free Fiona.
Oh.
The real reason Freya was unable to leave Tangle Tower was that she could not get Fiona to agree to come with her. We're now firmly in the realm of speculation, but I think Freya felt that exposing the darker secrets of Tangle Tower, not just to the rest of the family, but to the world, would compromise all three families.
Yeah.
And perhaps
destroy
somehow
everything.
Free Fiona from the shackles of her inheritance.
Yeah.
That was her plan anyway, but something happened. Before Freya could find her way into Pointer's laboratory.
She found her way into your study, found your notes, found that photograph. I'm willing to bet she put it all together quicker than we did.
Yes.
So she worked out what had happened to the 5 ambassadors. Specifically, what you'd done to them when they refused to help you.
Freya had made a promise to paint Flora as a birthday gift, a parting gift no less. She'd be in a locked room, several hours away from her friends. It was my best chance.
But why hide in the attic? And why bother with the beetle at all?
The beetle in the gramophone wasn't for Freya. It was for Flora. She didn't deserve to be involved. She suffered enough. I couldn't get Flora out of the room, but if she could be unconscious, then she wouldn't have to witness anything.
Yeah.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife with the blood.
That was for Fiona. And Poppy too, I suppose. Gave them something to focus on.
Yeah.
You mean it distracted them while you made your escape?
It helped them cope. The very idea of something abstract, something supernatural. I believe it made things marginally less painful for them, initially. Worked on you, too.
So why are you still here? Why not take your first chance and leave?
Well, I've been waiting for an opportunity to get my beetle back. I'd really rather not leave without it.
Wait, it's still here?
It's still inside the gramophone.
Oh, no way. No way. Wait, is that gonna knock us out? Whoa. Oh my gosh, she's taken off with the boat? We're just here? We're slowly waking up now?
What's going on?
Poppy, they are both awake.
I can see.
You two all right?
My head hurts. What happened to us?
You were both unconscious. 14 minutes by my count.
Really?
You're both fine. No injuries.
Was it the beetle? In the gramophone? I heard it through the ceiling in my room.
The exact same sound we heard before the murder.
I guess it must have been.
So how did we get down here? What happened to Penny?
Fitz saved both of you, obviously.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious, and Penny was crouched down beside you. She had her crossbow on her, but who knows? She may have just been checking you were both asleep.
Did you
I
know
don't know.
that she was the murderer?
Poppy and Fifi suspected her. Apparently, they were pretty close to solving it themselves.
Fitz did not want to believe us because he liked Penny a lot.
Yeah.
But what happened? Fitz, what did she do when she saw you?
She jumped out the window.
What? Did she survive?
She did.
I heard something land in the garden outside my room, but by the time I got out there to check, she was already gone.
Hang on. Poppy, why do you have Penny's hat bird?
She left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary, all by himself. Poor little thing. The mean lady didn't care about you at all, did she?
Maybe Poppy
No,
can
she
keep the
I
birds.
apologize. Poppy seems to be under the illusion that the bird can understand human language.
So, Penny got away.
I'm afraid she did.
Yes.
We had suspected she might try to escape. I was stationed here by the lake's edge. I proved to be an ineffective guard.
Yes.
She took the boat.
Did she take the beetle with her?
Nope,
How do you know?
because it's right here.
Whoa.
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I scared her off before she had a chance to take it.
Wow.
Poppy, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to give it back to your father?
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to anyone.
Set it free.
I'm going to put it on the ground and never bother it again. I think that's what she would have wanted.
Freya, yes. Wow, I love that. I'm wondering if we can watch the little beetle make its way across the screen. My goodness, that was really, really good. I really did not suspect Penelope at all, so that's taken me by surprise. All of the people that I suspected, like I was so suspicious of Fitz at some point with the Beatles. I did actually find Hawkshaw a little bit sus. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is perfect. I love that. Absolutely beautiful. It's flown away, finally free. Yeah, I did find Hawkshaw a little bit suspicious because of the talk about the microscope slash telescope. There were quite a few inconsistencies within some people's stories, and it's just amazing to uncover the rest of this mystery, get to the bottom of it, but I would never have suspected her, so that's taken me by a huge surprise. It's been so interesting from the very beginning. I loved it. I thought it was so well done. The voice acting was incredible. The mystery was so perfectly done that it kept you guessing and thinking and wondering throughout all of it. It was just a complete package for me. I really, really liked it. The puzzles were not insanely difficult. Some of them, like, I could solve instantly. Some of them I spent a little bit longer on until I finally worked out what to do, but it was just the right level of difficulty, mystery, intrigue. I thought it was magnificent. I really, really enjoyed this. So what's going to happen now to the people of Tangle Tower? Are they still going to continue living here? I know that Freya wanted to move away with Fifi, but now obviously we don't have Freya. But that makes me think, who planted that little crab toy? Who did that? It's not Freya. She had been actually murdered. I did wonder if maybe she wasn't murdered, if she was hiding throughout, but no, that is not true. What is to become of Penelope as well? She has murdered somebody and she's just got away with it. That's not good. That's not good at all. But I just hope that for the Fellow and Pointer families, their life going forward is a little bit less dramatic, and maybe even Poppy and Fitz can get together now and they won't have to hide it from everyone. I loved this game. I thought it was so fun, interesting. It was just perfect. I am so happy that I found this game and played it, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it as well. Let me know if you're taken by surprise as well as to who the murderer actually was, because I never saw that coming. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day. Bye.